Hello students, I am Renu Verma and in today's class we are going to cover class 10 poem How to Tell Wild Animals that is composed by Caroline Wells. So before starting the detailed explanation of this poem, I would like to tell you in short, in brief, what is this poem about. In this poem, the poetess has given a short descriptions of different beasts, different wild animals in a little bit funny way. So student just try to understand इस कविता में, इस पोयम में जो पोएटेस हैं उन्होंने एक शॉर्ट डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया है कुछ वाइल्ड एनिमल्स का और उसे लिटिल बिट फनी भी बनाया है. सो दिस इज अ ह्यूमरस पोयम. ठीक है. सो नाउ विल स्टार्ट डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ दिस पोयम. सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड. This is the first stanza of the poem. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. So, here in this stanza, the poetess has given a description of the lion who lives in Asia, Asian lions. So, she says कि if by chance you go in east side of Asia, wherever Asian lions lives, so there you will find a large tawny color animal, that is lion. So, after listening the voice of the lion, your condition will be like that you are almost die. Okay? So here, large means big and tawny is a mixed color. That is the mixed color of orange and yellow. तो in the stanza में जो poetess है उन्होंने ये बताया है कि जब भी अगर by chance आप चले जाते हैं जंगल्स में जो इस साइड में है वहां पर आपको एक एशियन लायन मिलेगा और उसका जो कलर होगा वो टॉनी कलर होगा. वो टॉनी कलर का एक बीस्ट यानी वाइल्ड एनिमल होगा. तो वो जब आपकी साइड रोर करेगा, आपकी साइड बढ़ेगा, एडवांस करेगा और रोर करेगा, मतलब अपना साउंड आपको शो करेगा, तो आपकी जो कंडीशन है यू वर डाइन. तो डाइन मीन्स हेयर यू विल बी ऑलमोस्ट डाई. आपकी कंडीशन है कि आप उसकी आवाज सुनते ही ऑलमोस्ट डाई हो जाओगे, मर जाओगे. सो आई होप दिस स्टैंजा इज क्लियर टू यू. सो नाउ नेक्स्ट स्टैंजा. Or if sometime when roaming round a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. These simple rules may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. So I hope you must have a little bit idea that in this stanza we are talking about Bengal tiger. So in starting, in first line, the poetess says कि if sometimes when roaming round, कि sometimes it may be possible कि you are wandering and by chance you just met with a beast, so then it will greet you, it will welcome you. So can the tiger welcome? No. Greet, welcome means it will come to you with black stripes on a yellow ground. In this line, in third line, she has given the description of the body of the tiger. Further, she says, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. To discern, so to discern means to identify. identify. So she has given the identification of the body of the tiger ki whenever by chance you are moving and you just met with an animal that will come towards you having black stripes on a yellow ground, just you have to understand, just you have to identify that the animal, the beast that is you met, that you just found, that is a tiger, that is Bengal tiger. I hope you understood. इस स्टेंजा में पोएट्स ये कहना चाहती हैं कि ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि आप रोमिंग कर रहे हो इधर से उधर, तभी आपको क्या मिल जाए, तभी आपको एक नोबल वाइल्ड बीस्ट, एक वाइल्ड बीस्ट आपको ग्रीट्स करे, आपको वेलकम करे, आपकी तरफ बढ़ता हुआ नजर आए, जिसकी बॉडी पे ब्लैक स्ट्राइप्स होंगे और येलो ग्राउंड होगा. तो जब आप नोटिस करें कि वो आपको खाने ही वाला है, तो ये बहुत एक सिंपल सा रूल है टू आइडेंटिफाई करने का, उसको पहचानने का कि जस्ट दैट इज द बंगाल टाइगर. आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड. ठीक है, नाउ आई टेक नेक्स्ट स्टेंजा. If strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has left on you, you will know it is the leopard. 'Twill do no good to roar with plain, he will only lap and lap again. This is the third stanza of the poem, in which the poetess has given the description of a leopard. So she says, if strolling forth, strolling मतलब आप roaming करते करते आपको मिल जाता है एक beast you view, मतलब आप उसको just watch करते हो, whose hide with spots is peppered, whose body is peppered. Peppered means covered with black spots. As soon as he has leapt on you, जैसे ही वो आप पे लेफ्ट करेगा, जंप करेगा, लेफ्ट मीन्स जंप करेगा, सो यू विल नो, यू विल जस्ट आइडेंटिफाई, यू विल जस्ट रिकॉग्नाइज दैट इट इज अ लेपर्ड. So it will do no good to roar with plain, he will only lap and lap again. ठीक है, so she says कि he is not very good in roaring, thus what he is going to do, he will only jump and jump. This is the third stanza of the poem, in which the poetess says, ये थर्ड स्टेंजा है पोयम का, जिसमें पोएटेस हमें ये बताती हैं कि जो लेपर्ड होता है उसकी बॉडी कैसी होती है, ब्लैक स्पॉट से कवर्ड होती है. ठीक है, तो जब आपको एक ऐसा बीस्ट मिल जाए जिसकी बॉडी कवर्ड है ब्लैक स्पॉट से और वो जस्ट लीप कर रहा है, वो जस्ट जंप कर रहा है, तो दैट इज सफिशिएंट टू आइडेंटिफाई, दैट इज सफिशिएंट टू आइडेंटिफाई दैट इज अ लेपर्ड. I hope you understood this paragraph also. So now next one. If you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very very hard. So be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, so I guess he will give you just one more kiss. Kiss means loving touch. So here the very funny identification has been told by the poetess of the bear. उन्होंने बेयर की बहुत ही फनी सी आइडेंटिफिकेशन बताई है कि जब आप अपने यार्ड में मूविंग कर रहे होंगे, रोमिंग कर रहे होंगे, तो एक बीस्ट आएगा, एक वाइल्ड एनिमल आएगा जो आपको आके हग कर लेगा, जो आपको आके एक लविंग सा टच देगा. So just that time you have to understand, that time you have to make very clear in your mind कि the creature that you met, that is a bear. ठीक है, ऐसा होता नहीं है, बट उन्होंने एक फनी वे देने के लिए पोयम को ऐसे बताया है कि जो बेयर आता है वो आके आपको हक कर लेगा, वेरी वेरी हार्ड और लिविंग टच देगा आपको. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट स्टैंजा. Though to distinguish beast of prey, A novice might nonplus the crocodile you always may. Tell from the hyena thus, hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodile. Though to distinguish, distinguish means identify. So here in this stanza, she start the stanza by saying कि what is the way of identification, what is the way to identify beast of prey. Beast of prey stands for the animals who hunts or for eating them. Okay, so a novice might nonplus. In case if you are not having the quality of identification of classification of different beasts, so then you are a novice. Novice मतलब you are inexperienced, so you might have been confused. आप confused हो सकते हो. Non plus means you can be confused, you can be non plus, you can be non plus. तो आप non plus हो सकते हो, confused हो सकते हो अगर आपको identify नहीं करना आता beast of prey को कि कौन सा animals hunts करता है उनको eat करने के लिए और कौन सा animals नहीं करता है. ठीक है. Further, she says, the crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. So, hyena comes. What is the difference between hyenas and crocodile? Hyenas come with a merry smile. So, hyena क्या करती है? वो smile करते हुए आती है. Wherever the crocodile always weep. वो क्या करते हैं? Crocodile हमेशा रोते रहते हैं. So, in this stanza, she has given the description of two wild animals. One is hyenas and second one are crocodiles. So in she has told identification that is very simple to identify both of them. Hyena is having a smile on her face while crocodiles carry only tears. Okay, तो आपने बहुत टाइम सुना भी होगा crocodiles tears. So because crocodiles always carry tears on his face. I hope you understood this stanza. यहाँ पर इस स्टेंजा में जो पोएटेस हैं उन्होंने डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया है. उन्होंने बोला है कि अगर आपको नहीं पता, आप एक नोविस हैं. नोविस मतलब आप इनएक्सपीरियंस्ड हैं आइडेंटिफाई करने के कि कौन सा एनिमल बीस्ट ऑफ प्रे है, कौन सा दूसरे एनिमल्स को हंट करता है खाने के लिए, तो आप नॉन प्लस हो जाएंगे, आप उसमें कंफ्यूज हो जाएंगे, आप पजल्ड हो जाएंगे, है ना. तो देन सिंपली शी सेड कि दैट इज वेरी सिंपल टू आइडेंटिफाई कि जो हिनास हैं वो क्या रखती है फेस पे, वो स्माइल रखती है, जबकि जो क्रोकोडाइल्स हैं वो अपने फेस पे टीयर्स रखते हैं. I hope you got it. Now I'll take next stanza. Last stanza of this poem. The true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He has not any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, this the chameleon you see. So here the poetess has given the description of chameleon that looks like a lizard. So she says कि that is having look like a lizard and don't carry any ears or any single wing. उसके ना तो पंख होते हैं और ना ही उसके कान होते हैं. ठीक है. If there is nothing on the tree, so then you have to understand and you have to classify, then you have to identify that the creature that you have seen that is chameleon. तो अब आपको थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूजन हो रहा होगा कि मैम क्या कहना चाहती हैं. सिर्फ आई वांट टू से कि आपको पता होगा जो कैमेलियन होता है उसको हिंदी में गिरगिट बोलते हैं, और वो क्या करता है कि वेरेवर इट सिट्स, जहां पर भी ये बैठता है, इट चेंज द कलर ऑफ हिज बॉडी. वो अपनी बॉडी का कलर कैसा कर लेता है, जस्ट लाइक द सरफेस. जिस भी तरह की सरफेस पे, जिस भी कलर की सरफेस पे वो बैठता है वो उसी तरह का अपना कलर बना लेता है. ठीक है. तो वो कहता है कि जब आपको लगे कि कोई लिजार्ड जैसा एनिमल क्रिएचर बैठा हुआ है, बीस्ट बैठा हुआ है, और कुछ देर बाद आपको लगे कि यहाँ पर कुछ भी नहीं है, कभी लगे लिजार्ड और कभी लगे नहीं है, तो दैट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, दैट टाइम यू हैव टू जस्ट मेक इट क्लियर इन योर माइंड दैट द क्रिएचर इज कैमेलियन. So now this is the last stanza of this poem. Now we will discuss rhyming scheme and poetic device of this poem. So let's get started. Let's discuss rhyming scheme and poetic device of this stanza. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, And if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. So firstly, discuss the rhyming scheme. So to check the rhyming scheme, we just look at the last word of each line. So chance and advance are rhyming together, wherever east and beast are rhyming together. And in last two lines, Dian and lion are rhyming together. So what should be the rhyming scheme? The rhyming scheme is A, B, C, C. Because chance, advance, east, beast, Dian and lion. Now we'll discuss poetic device. First poetic device that has been used, that is enjambment. Because in first and third line we do not have any punctuation mark, and whenever in any stanza we just not have any punctuation mark at the end of any line, so there we can say that the poetic device enjambment has been used. Second poetic device that has been used in this stanza, that is assonance. Because O sound is very prominent, it is very repeated, so we can say that assonance has been used. What is an assonance? Whenever we find any vowel sound repeated, it can be in and, in mid or in starting, but it is repeated. So we can say that the poetic device assonance has been used. I hope this is clear. Now next one. Or if sometimes when roaming round a normal wild weed greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. So here the rhyming scheme is same. A, B, C, C. How? Okay. Ground and round are rhyming together. Wherever you and you are rhyming together. And finally, learn and discern are also rhyming together. So the rhyming scheme will be A, B, C, C. This is the rhyming scheme. Now we'll discuss the poetic device. So as you can check, in fifth line there is no punctuation mark. So which poetic device is there? The poetic device enjambment has been used. One more poetic device has been used over here. Can you tell me? That is alliteration. Alliteration because roaming round. Same consonant letter is found in two words. R in roaming and R in round. So alliteration, what is an alliteration? Whenever same consonant letter is repeated, then we can say that alliteration has been used. I think it is clear to you. Now next one. If strolling forth the beast you view, whose hide with sport is peppered, as soon as he has lapped on you, you will know it is the leopard. He will do no good to roar with plain, he will only lap and lap again. So what is the rhyming scheme of this stanza? View and you are rhyming together, wherever peppered and leopard are rhyming together, and plain and again are rhyming together. So what is the rhyming scheme? The rhyming scheme is again A, B, C, C. This is the rhyming scheme. Now I'll discuss the poetic device. So first poetic device that has been used, that is poetic license. Poetic license में क्या होता है? पोएटिक लाइसेंस में हम किसी भी वर्ड की स्पेलिंग चेंज कर सकते हैं उसको सेम राइम बनाने के लिए. यहाँ पर लेफ्ट की स्पेलिंग में चेंज किया गया है, लेफ्ट. व्हाट इज द करेक्ट स्पेलिंग? LEAPT. दैट इज द करेक्ट स्पेलिंग. So whenever the poet or poetess change the spelling, so we can say that poetic license has been used. उनको ये लाइसेंस मिला हुआ है कि वो अपनी राइमिंग को करेक्ट बनाने के लिए, राइमिंग को सेट करने के लिए वो स्पेलिंग को चेंज कर सकते हैं लिटिल बिट. ठीक है. एंड वन मोर पोएटिक डिवाइस हैज बीन यूज्ड ओवर हियर. कैन यू टेल मी? That is repetition. Same word is used for more than one time to make the emphasize. Lap and lap. दो बार लैप आया है और जब भी हम सेम वर्ड मोर देन वन टाइम यूज करते हैं to make the emphasization, so there we can say that the poetic device that has been used, that is repetition. I hope this is clear to you. Next one. If when you are walking round your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more kiss. So the rhyming scheme will be yard and heart are rhyming together. Wherever, there and bear are rhyming together, and guess and kiss are rhyming together. So the rhyming scheme will be A, B, A, B, C, C. This is the rhyming scheme. Now we'll discuss the poetic device. So the poetic device again that has been used, that is enjambment. Because in fifth line we do not have any punctuation mark, and wherever we do not have any punctuation mark, there we can say that the poetic device that has been used, that is enjambment. I hope this is clear to you. Now next one. So next stanza, check the rhyming scheme. Pray and may are rhyming together wherever. Non plus and thus are rhyming together. And finally, smiles and crocodiles are rhyming together. So I hope you understood the rhyming scheme. The rhyming scheme will be A, B, A, B, C, C. This is the rhyming scheme. Now just let's guess the poetic device. So the poetic device that has been used, that is alliteration. Alliteration where novice and non plus both are carry first letter an, and whenever we have same first letter in few words in a single line, so then we can say that alliteration has been used. Novice में भी n आता है और non plus में भी, तो we can say that alliteration has been used. One more poetic device has been used in this stanza. Can you guess? You should guess because there enjambment has been used, and I told you many times कि what is enjambment. Now you will find in which line we are having enjambment. Okay, we'll take next stanza. Here small and all are rhyming together. Wherever thing and wing are rhyming together. Tree and sea are rhyming together. So what is the rhyming scheme? The rhyming scheme again will be A, B, A, B, C, C. Okay, now just discuss the poetic device. The poetic device that has been used, that is consonance. What is in consonance? Consonance में क्या होता है कि जब भी हम कोई वोवेल साउंड दो वर्ड्स में देखते हैं, जैसे सिंगल और विंग दोनों में जी आता है, इट कैन बी इन स्टार्टिंग, इन मिड और एन एंड, कहीं पर भी हम सेम कॉन्सोनेंट लेटर को देखते हैं तो दैट इज कॉन्सोनेंस, है ना. तो दोनों में जी आया है, सिंगल में भी और विंग में भी. ठीक है, सो दैट इज व्हाट, दैट इज कॉन्सोनेंस. सो द पोएटिक डिवाइस दैट हैज बीन यूज्ड ओवर हियर, दैट is consonance. Okay, so I hope you understood this poem. So thank you so much for watching this video. Keep studying and enjoying.